This is the story of a man you've probably never heard of.
My name is Jack Higgs.
Well, it's the story of his love for a sport.
Well, I like to trail run.
Jack isn't a pro runner. He's not chasing records, and he's definitely not trying to prove anything to anyone.
You know, I never really trained for running or anything. I never read books about running. I just felt like running, I run. If I don't, I don't.
But maybe that's exactly why he's worth paying attention to. Really, this is the story of a sport evolving. Maybe you could call it growing pains, because, let's face it, trail running is changing. But Jack is doing exactly what he's always done.
I've been running the North Fork 50 miler for, well, I guess every time it's happened, including the year that it didn't happen. I still ran it, so.
But to understand why Jack keeps showing up, you have to understand the race. You have to understand North Fork.
It started back in 2010. We had moved here to Colorado from California, where we did a lot of running. My husband and I had directed the Quicksilver race, which has sort of become a pretty big deal now. And I really missed race directing, and I was thinking this would be a good place to put on a race. And that's where it started.
When Janice came up with the North Fork race, I was like, well, yeah, I got to sign up for that. I'd never ran a 50 miler.
We had so many people that did the 50K or even the 50 mile as their very first ultra. After several times running out there and studying the map and figuring out where to go, I started measuring segments of the trail and realized it would be pretty easy to put together a 50K and then add another loop to make it a 50 mile. The other thing I wanted to do was to have a party at the end of the race. I did the shopping for the first few years, well actually all 10 years. I had found some wonderful volunteers to help do the cooking, so we had a barbecue. So it was all falling into place.
When Janice started it, everybody seemed to know each other. She had all these friends at the aid stations that she had known for a long time that were very much into the ultra community.
It was really exciting to see it grow, but I didn't want it to get real big because it got to be a family kind of thing.
Back then, races like North Fork were small, homemade. But the sport didn't stay small, and North Fork felt the effects.
I can use your help to count this down, y'all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it, runners!
What started small grew fast.
Oh gosh, it's mushroomed. If you think about a bomb cloud, when I started, there were 400-mile races in the country, and now there's probably over 200. I never imagined it'd get this big. I didn't think there were that many crazy people.
I was a latecomer and did my first ultra in 1987, but it was still very much a community. And I think it's less so now because it's just grown so much. There's just too many. We can't all know each other anymore.
I mean, the older you get, there's less of your age group of people. It's getting thinner and thinner as you get older.
There are still some older runners out there. The ones from the early days. But Jack never left, even when the race didn't happen.
Oh, the COVID year, yeah. Well, that was 2020, and I guess that would have been my 11th time running it, I think. After running it 10 years in a row or whatever, it's like, well, I don't want to miss the race just because they're not going to have it. I can just go have the race myself. And so I went ahead and just ran the race. And even I had people ask me, is there a race going on? Because they saw the number on my shorts. And I said, well, only in my mind.
When he goes out and commits himself to something, like he's just all in. It's just 100%. It's gonna get done.
With time, speed fades.
I am a little bit slower than what I was hoping for,
But curiosity doesn't.
When it comes to running, Jack uses it as a way to kind of see the world.
He just, he loves being out there, which I can really empathize with. That's kind of me too.
And he just wants to be in places where nobody has been, and he wants to be able to go from his house to, you know, some far distance, all on foot.
when we moved here, I told myself I'm going to explore as much Colorado as I can under my own power.
And so when he goes out, he'll like come up with these crazy runs all over Colorado.
I tell people I bring my own film crew to every race. My goal was to run up over Webster Pass and down to Montezuma and then up to Argentine and then come back. Ran into a couple of backpackers that were hiking out. They asked me where I was going and I told them. They said, oh, when you get to Argentine Pass, you could just go right over to Grays and Torreys. So I cut across Mount Edwards and Grays and Torreys and came down that way. I ended up getting a 50-mile day in.
I think he's a little nuts.
That's a Forrest Gump sort of thing. And no, I don't understand it. I can't comprehend it. I mean, that's a special kind of person.
So where does that leave us? We've seen the start, and we've seen where it's going. And then there's Jack, showing up again and again through it all. He's not holding on to the past, he's just doing the same thing.
You know, I have to keep telling myself, you know, it was wonderful back in the old days when the races were smaller and we tended to know everybody. But there's an excitement now that didn't exist so much back then. And so it's just all good.
You're seeing new people come into the sport and pick it up and take it forward.
It's interesting to see how and when they get started and what they derive from ultrarunning, because I really have enjoyed it. It's been a passion. And they've pushed the boundaries.
You know, I told myself a long time ago, I'm not going to set any records. I'm not going to win any races. You know, I just want to enjoy it. And what that is I like to run, and I want to keep it that way. You know, you just got to accept it, and you're getting older, and you're going to slow down. But I still love getting out and running. I mean, it's kind of freeing.
Most likely, Jack will be back next year. And maybe it's really that simple.